news from United Kingdom. This is related to the Stockport massacre. They have finally pronounced the sentence of the judge. You'll be shocked. He will receive 52 years for 3 murders, which were children which he murdered in cold blood, in the name of a religious ideology. Why is that? Because he wasn't 18 at that time. Like, it was perfectly know what he was doing. Don't forget, 11 cases of assault, trying to knife other people, whatever. And he will be going into a British prison, you know, and he will be pampered at the expense of the tax fees. You know, warm, cosy place, eating decent meals and stuff like that at the British taxpayers' expense. This is an insult. It should be more harsher, the sentence, because the punishment has to be example, has to set an example to these people. But the fact is, it was declassed because they found many other type of ideologies in his house, apart from the Islamic so-called terrorist thing, which they found. And, you know, I think it's going to be pampered by the head shrinks, same as a victim society and all that rubbish. He even said himself in a courtroom, he was happy he murdered those 3 kids in cold blood. It was never provoked, these attacks. He just murdered him in bloody cold blood. And he's lucky enough, like I mentioned in the other video, there's not a death sentence in the UK, but in horrendous things like that, yes, some will say yes. But prison has to re-educate people. That's the main name, prison. This person, he cannot re-educate. It's extremely hard. Hard labour for 52 years. Ball and chain attached to him, and a pickaxe, breaking the rocks, like they do in some American states. Hard labour. And obviously there's going to be rows over this technicality of the age. It's a horrific crime, very horrible. He committed horrible things to these people, to these kids, to the community, and to the nation. And also I did mention about the involvement of the current government in the United Kingdom trying to turn down as minimum this incident as much, and even regarding the mass media, he bought a knife on Amazon. It wasn't a knife who killed these 3 people, it was a person who was holding the knife. Remember this. You're going to put on trial a knife because he murdered 3 people. It's a person who committed the crime, who used a knife as an instrument. Or this could be a good excuse for introduction of digital ID, policing of internet, clamping down on free speech, like I mentioned in the other video. I'll just say, it'll be God who judge you. And don't forget, in prisons, there are inmates. There's a code of honour there as well, like in every prisons in every countries. They hate people who murdered kids. So, you ever watch his shoulder, watch his back, because you never know. Some inmate one day could take him out, and that is pretty easy. They can do that. It's not exactly one wishes harm to him, but you done something like that, you go in prison. If you're with other inmates, basically go in isolation for 52 years, because the first occasion when these inmates, especially the hard ones, they will take out this teenager killer out straight away with no mercy, in the vengeance of what he's done. This is the world we live in, and there'll be lessons to be learned from this. Until there are situations like this in the United Kingdom and the Western world, incidents like this will continue. Stabbings, whether political narrative or religious narrative, terrorism and stuff like that, or just simply the fact these people hate the people of that country and they tend to blame these people. No, the victims are not to blame. It's yourself, because you didn't know how to integrate in that community. In the past, immigrants, foreigners, there was not much of a problem. Multicultural in England is dead. In the good old days, everyone lived in peace. People integrated in communities. Not much of the problems we have today with these characters. And we've got to really think, who crosses the border, who enters in the country. Are there a potential danger for our safety or not?